Game number 2 going to be played on King Sejong Station. Spawning in the lower right position we have from Team Imaginary Gaming, it is the blue Zerg player Targa. And his opponent, the green Zerg player playing for Team Dignitas in the top left, it is Tefel. I wonder where his team logo is actually. Most of the teams have logos. Maybe Tefel just... Does anyone know if it could be that if Tefel turned off displaying logos in his game preferences, it wouldn't display on my computer? I don't think that's the case, right? I think I would have to turn that off, and I don't have it turned off. So, again, I wonder where the Team Dignitas logo is. It should be here. Most of the teams have logos in game. I don't see why Team Dignitas would not. So let's take a look at the openings. Tefel once again opening with the pool first, and Targa going for the 15 hatchery. Bam! And probably this is going to be, or these are going to be the same openers as last time around. So Tefel going to get his hatchery, and afterwards he'll get gas at around 18-19 supply. Targa going for hatch gas pool once more, shooting for that very quick metabolic boost upgrade, slightly before the 6-minute mark. And he may even go for a link bailing pressure. On this map, of course, it's not as effective as on Overgrowth, and with Tefel's defense, might be tough to get anything done. Of course, in ZVZ, it's always, in terms of... I think it's always beneficial if you're the defending player instead of the attacker. Because frankly, attacking takes initiative. You have to be the one who's initiative. Whereas the defender is almost always kind of... It's more of a passive role, and you can always do a wall off if you're not confident in your micro. But as an attacker, you have to be the creative one. You have to figure out ways of breaking the defense. Oh, Tefel actually getting link speed, so yeah, I'm definitely starting to think that last game it must have been a mistake from Tefel not to get the link speed. And Targa once more with the very quick evolution chamber, so again, going for that +1 carapace, and you know, he may try to hit a later timing with the bailings after the +1 carapace is done. If Tefel does not scout this, he may be in some trouble, because his defense is pretty much relying on good bailing hits and a lot of bailings. So Targa may be going for a +1 carapace bust. See, there's the bailing nest. There's still like 2 minutes on the clock before this finishes though, so this will come a little bit later. Targa can still go for an attack before before that finishes. But I think he'll go for that carapace timing. Now Tefel, he was kind of expecting the Ling Baneling attack to come, and it's not coming. Tefel has those 2 defensive banelings on the ramp that you almost always have. Is he going to take a 3rd base? Wow. What has he seen? He's going to try and scout. Is he going to see the... Yeah, he's probably going to see that. No? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. He didn't see that. So close as well. But he did see quite a few lings. He's getting defensive lings of his own. Both players getting third bases. And this could still be very bad for Tefel. There's 30 seconds on the clock until the +1 carapace finishes. And Targa is synchronizing his attack exactly... Ooh, nice hit there. He's synchronizing this attack exactly with finishing of that upgrade. And oh my god, is Tefel going to be in for a surprise? Because right now, Targa will be able to trade favorably versus Tefel's defense. Unless Tefel goes for... Does he... Oh, he went for a fast lair. He doesn't have a Roach Warren. Oh my goodness. Tefel has to be so careful right now. Because Targa... He clearly has an advantage right now. And he's got 3 hatcheries worth of production, worth of larvae. This is a way better attack than on an overgrowth, and you know, this game may be over quicker than one might think. Still, only 8 drones have been lost, and the 3rd is still up for Tefel. Targa is... he only queued up the lair and the Roach Warren and the +1, but otherwise he's still been producing lings. I don't know. Is he going to try to bring the 3rd down? If he can get the 3rd down, then these Mutalisks will not even be a threat. And Targa... he doesn't have any Spore Crawlers in any of his bases. So I don't know if he knows this is coming. What he can do, however, is still continue with this pressure. He still has the advantage of that carapace upgrade. There's no melee upgrades on those bandings just yet. Oh, these drones are pretty weak. And Zergling run by could finish those off. And Targa is going to go off to the queens. He sees the Mutalisks right now. He should start building spores and pulling back overlords. And he knows that building more bandings is pretty much useless right now because they will be sniped by the mutas. Still no spores being built. Targa may build a Hydra Den, however. Hydraulisk Den. Unless he's just trying to finish the game off before there's too many Mutalisks out. I don't think so. No, it's not going to be a Hydraulisk Den. It's going to be the Infestation Pit. And Targa is still going to try and keep Tefel on as low of a drone count as possible, and just keep getting his queens. See how he's targeting down the drones? He really wants to make sure that Tefel has access to as few gas as possible. If you can make him... Wow. He even makes him fight with the drones, to be honest. And more lings in production. Glow reconstitution for the roaches. No pathogen glands so far, but Tefel, wow, he doesn't even have a single evolution chamber. And now he... Wow, this is such a chaos. I mean, in Tefel's ranks. His defense is completely in disarray. And Targa was looking for another queen kill right there, but didn't get any. No queens over there. Tefel lost quite a bit of queens. No, only one. Wow. But 156 lings lost for Targa already to only 87. Huh. You know, Tefel hasn't been doing that badly this game, all things considered. The main thing is that he did not get to use his Mutalisks yet, and he's only at the count of 6, so that's not too high. Targa will have no problems dealing with this. He's got a lot of queens for anti-air, spore crawlers at every one of his bases. He's getting infestors as well. In terms of economy, the game is pretty even. We have 3 base versus 3 base, 58 versus 52 harvesters. Third bases are... yeah, well, mining. And Targa might go for Infestor Roach Queen all-in. Well, all-in attack. Oh, gets those, gets the fungal on the mutalisks. And the queens should finish off the rest of those. There we go. So now we have 0 mutalisks out on the field. 3 infestors still. 8 queens. Targa only needs 3 for the inject, so we can take the 5 that he has and use them for transfusions if he goes for an attack. Yeah, you can kind of see how he is already reorganizing the queens. And of course he'll have a very fast creep spread with these queens as well, so if he wants to use Hydralisks in this game, he'll have an easier time of moving about the map. Is he moving too slowly though? Because Tefel looks like he wants to get a little bit aggressive already before reaching the optimum drone count even. His addition of Hydralisk then is a little bit later than Targa's, so he won't have access to that increased DPS. And he's hugely behind on upgrades as well. He got his evolution chamber way too late. And yeah, he sees that Targa has better upgrades, that he's got infestors, so he backs off for the time being. He's going to have to wait and drag this game out, which again plays into Targa's hands. If he maxes out quickly, then he can go for an attack with Roach Hydra Infestor Queen, and he would probably succeed in doing so, I think. Both players almost maxed out. Targa going to get a couple more infestors and muscular augments, of course, for the Hydralisks. Weirdly enough, he's not getting +2 carapace. I wonder why that is. Although I heard that carapace upgrades is not as significant, one would still get it in a mirror matchup. I mean, level 2 carapace upgrade is not as significant as level 2 attack in Roach versus Roach. That's what I heard. I don't actually know the math behind it, but I heard it somewhere. Just saying. So, if a battle breaks out right now, Targa is definitely going to have the upper hand. Nice initiation with the fungals. Gets pretty much half the army for free, as Tefel was not fighting with the entirety of his forces. Tries to maintain a good concave. Targa not in the best of positions, and once again he has to fight with the fungals. Once the fungals are spent, wow, Tefel not even trying to come back, just GGing out immediately, and Targa just takes a quick and easy, well, not easy, but a quick 2-0, I think.